The final gripe is going to be kind of fun, but then some people will still say not. Because all my gripes are serious. Some will be about politics, some will be about relationships, some will be about things going on in the media. Today, I want to talk about something serious but funny. I want to talk about relationships, but not in the way that you want to. In fact, this is going to be a very different type of relationship talk. Because I'm trying to stop this man woman division thing. Now, we all have exes. We all have stories about our exes. We all have good stories. We all have bad stories. But my point is, I want you all to understand this. Stop, and I repeat, stop making all of your exes look bad, male or female. I'm turning my phone down here. And what I mean by that is, we either hear men ain't shit, women ain't shit, da 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 da. Every relationship that ends in a breakup isn't bad. Here's what I'm going to say. Here are some exclusions: abuse, frequent cheating on one end, situation where there was violence elsewhere, somebody was driven out of the relationship. I'm all those I'm basically excluding. I'm just talking about where situations where y'all just didn't get along for some reason, or y'all cheated on each other because y'all trying to get y'all lick back, things like that. Everyone contributed to the end of that relationship. I don't care what's going on. I have a few exes. I'm going to tell you right now, there's some things that they contributed in, there's some things I contributed in. Now, yes, I have one or two that were just plain evil, and I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about relationships that I've had with which I've contributed some stuff, they contributed some stuff. Because, see, when we start going into, we have to, in other words, if we're going to really move on, we have to look at what we did as well in our last relationship. What did I do wrong? Where did we go wrong? Why did we stop communicating? Why did you cheat? Why did I cheat? Why did we stop being intimate? Why did we stop why did we stop doing things together? Why did we fight so much? Why do all just you have to evaluate yourself in order to understand what happens in the next relationship. You need to take time to do that. Because if you don't, that's where people say you have baggage. You're taking that baggage. Because here's the thing: all you care about is what your ex did. Oh well, they did this and they did that and also too another thing too. There are unresolved understandings that too contribute to it. I've been in some relationships where there were misunderstandings that never even got resolved. But only thing you hear is that person ain't shit, this person ain't shit. How come every time I get with somebody, realistically, to the exes where I contributed, I apologize. From the bottom of my heart, I do apologize. Anything that I've contributed to the end or downfall of that relationship. I moved on. I'm very happy. Don't want the exes back, but I'm just saying. In order for me to heal, I not only had to reconcile your mistakes, I also had to look into what mistakes I've made. Because right now, I see all over social media, there's a division. Like for example, I mentioned this with the Brett Favre story, the man with the Boston Celtics who cheated on Neil Long. And yet, it is a funny situation, yes, and yes, women do get cheated on. I'm not going to say all men cheat or all women get cheated on, even though I did make all women get cheated on. What I'm trying to say is There are some men out there that's making Nia Long look like the villain. You know, he's the one that cheated. Now, when we cheat, we do talk that smack. Oh, she wasn't giving this up, or she wasn't doing this, or we could have been doing that. No, there are some of us out there, and yes, I'm telling it, because I am the author of How to Lose a Black Woman. I'm sorry, I was snitching. I was kind of snitching even then, but I'm not even gonna get into that. Because I want us to be better people. But there are times where a woman can give you everything, and you're very happy, and we can cheat with the next opportunity. Women can do the same thing. Now, don't get me wrong. Women can do the same thing, but I'm just saying it's not always about the woman. Why can't Halle Berry keep a man? And I'm about to tell you this. I used to fall in the trap about. I fell into a trap about Halle Berry. I was wrong about Halle Berry. My problem is there's nothing wrong with Halle Berry. I don't know her personally. What I'm saying is I've seen outside of Hollywood, period. I've seen very good women get cheated on. Very good women who've done nothing to the man, who've actually given the man everything. The next thing you know, the woman getting a phone call from the other woman describing the bedroom and everything. So people are gonna say, well, who are you? It's like, I'm a man who speaks from experience. I'm a man who has experienced love and lost love. I'm a man who will never get so bitter to blame everything on a woman. I know guys right now. I don't know if they hate women or I don't know what's going on, but you guys think it's so funny that certain women can't keep men. You think they're doing something. You think it's, women aren't being women. Women are this. You're not in their bedrooms. Cut it out. Women, you guys aren't in our bedroom. Now, and the reason I also bring this up because I want to talk to some of the bitter women out there. And what I mean by bitter women, I mean we've hurt you guys so much, or you've been hurt by us to the point where you think we're all the same. Y'all gonna have to give a man a chance too. Y'all gonna have to learn the hey. All right, that was in the past. Bring it on. Quit expecting. In other words, everybody's exes did something good before it became bad. You can't turn the next man or woman into parts of your ex. In other words, they're doing very good in this area, but you want them to be just like your ex in certain other areas, minus the bad. Can't do that either. Would you read a book from me if they all had the same plot? Just because you like the last book? Well, let's see, let me take the areas that they liked in the last book, put in the new book. No, you're not going to read a repetitive story when all I did was change the damn characters. And yes, I do understand we all have preferences, we all have things that we want, but a lot of times, that next person could surprise you to where your preferences don't even matter. They'll exceed your expectations. My wife exceeds my man. She so exceeded my expectations to where I'm just so happy. In fact, I'm saying this too because God has blessed me twice with two good marriages. The first one passed, I had a lot of good relationships in between, but God was just also preparing me for this new marriage. New, it's been actually almost 8 years now, but it has prepared me for this one. And through everything, through the trials, tribulations, everything, we are still happy. 7 years later. We've had abusive exes. We had exes which didn't care. We also had exes who pretty much so just took for granted what we started to appreciate. God knows who He wants to put together and pull apart. But we have to get out of this men ain't shit, women ain't shit mentality. Because not all men, not all women are the same. Well, that's it. That's all I have to say. Thank you for putting up with my weekly gripes. See you on the flip side next week. And as always, let your writing fuel your spirit, and God bless.